This is a video designed to assist teachers and students in creating a video project using several programs, one of them being ChatterPix, which the icon is the one you see right down here. We will also be using Safari in the sense that we'll be using Google to do some image searching. And then we will also be using Seesaw Class, which is this one you see right here. So we'll be using these three projects together to create a very simple video project, and then hopefully be able to use these same tools later to create more projects. So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out where we're going to get images from, okay, because we're going to be using images on these projects. Now, with that in mind, we need to make sure that you students, you understand that you can only use images from the internet for your project. Do not take pictures of yourself or your fellow students and use them in the project. And of course, that's for security purposes. We do hope that your projects, that we'll be able to share them with people outside of your classroom, like your parents, and put them on the teachers' websites. So we do not want images of you or your fellow students. So we are going to use exclusively use pictures from the internet. So the first thing we need to do is to figure out how we're going to get pictures off of the internet and onto our camera roll on our iPad. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to our Safari here. Oops. To our Safari. And then we're going to open it up, and of course we always search for images in Google. Okay, so right up here at the top we type in whatever we want, this one particular one is Shakespeare, but we can use any of the images here. And basically what we do is we choose the image we want. So for instance, I'm going to select this one here, and then from here I can actually take the picture and copy it into my camera roll. And the way I do that is I simply take my finger and hold it down on the picture, and then this will pop up and it will say either save image or copy. Well, we want to save the image, because when I save the image it will go immediately to my camera roll. And it's actually that easy to take pictures and bring them from the internet into your camera roll, and then from the camera roll we can bring them into other projects. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save Image, and the image is saved onto my camera roll. And it's that easy. So students, that's the first thing you need to do, is you need to go find images and you save them onto your camera roll so that we can use them in our project. Okay, so that's the first part of this. Okay, next we're going to be looking at using a program called ChatterPix, which is a really fun program to use to create very simple videos, but they're also simple enough for us to be able to understand how to use, but they can also be very powerful tools in creating a video. So right down here at the bottom you see we have a ChatterPix icon. Now if you don't have the ChatterPix on your iPad, please go to your self-service center and download it. You will find it there, and we will be using that as our tool. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the ChatterPix, and when I open it up, okay, it looks kind of elementary, but it's actually, you know, a pretty cool program to use here. And it's going to kind of take you through a little bit of introduction. Okay, so here's the ChatterPix program. Now notice up here in the middle it says take a photo, which is what we're going to do in here in just a second. We also have the gallery. If I click on gallery, it's going to take me into all the videos that I have created and stored here. Okay, so these are really cool area where we can find all the videos that we created. So I'm going to click on home, I'm going to go back to home, and then I'm going to click on take photo. Now when I take photo, it's automatically going to go to my camera, and you can see that I can take a picture of just about anything, including myself, which we don't really want to do. But again, remember, we are not going to do self-images here, selfies or pictures of the other people in our classroom. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our gallery, which is down here at the bottom here, and we are going to take the picture that we just got through taking from the internet, and we're going to use that, and we're going to go into camera roll, and then I'm just going to tap on one of the pictures that I've got, and I've got several pictures in there, and then there's my picture. So it's real easy to use. So I've got my, so that's the first thing I need to do is get my picture in. Okay, so I'm going to use William Shakespeare here. Then up at the top, you will see a next up in the top corner up here. We click on next. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually record. But before I record, I have to put my mouth in there. I have to take, in other words, just like it's showing you here, I have to go through and create my mouth line so that Shakespeare will talk. Okay, so the way we do that is we take our finger and we put it on the screen, and it pops up with a magnifying glass, and this may take several tries to get this done, but I'm just going to simply draw a line across the mouth here. And then let go, and then that's where my mouth will be, okay, as I'm talking. Now I can go back and readjust this if I want. If I just go and take my finger again and basically place it where I want to put the mouth, I can again make it smaller, larger if I need to, but I can do that as many times as I need to get it right. Okay, so I'm going to say that that's where I want the mouth to be. Okay, kind of coming across there. Okay, now once I've got this, then I'm ready to start recording. Okay, now here's an important thing to remember. When you are recording, you need to make sure that you're very close to your iPad, and you're recording, speak loudly. Okay, and when you speak, the louder you speak and the closer you are to the microphone, the more the mouth of the picture will open. Okay, so it's very important to speak clearly and speak loudly. This is probably a good idea to have a script ready. Write your script ahead of time. Think about what you're going to say before you actually record. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and record. I'm going to click on my record button, which is down here at the bottom, and it's going to count me down, and I actually have 30 seconds to record. So now I'm recording, and I'm going to say my name is William Shakespeare. I'm from London, England. I'm a writer and very famous for sonnets and plays such as Henry VIII, Richard III, and so on. And when I'm stop, I just click on the stop button down at the bottom, and then now down right here you'll see a play button, and now I can see my actual recording. So if I click on that, I'm going to click on it and play it, and you see the mouth moving of William Shakespeare, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, so that's a pretty good recording there. So once I've determined I like my recording, then I'm going to come up here to, now I can re-record if I want by clicking on the microphone and re-record. So if you don't like it, you can go back and re-record it. But I can go back up here and click on next and go to my next part of this. And now the next part of this, I get to play with the picture. After I've recorded, now I can do some things with the pictures. Notice down at the bottom, I have a magic wand, I have a hat, I have a frame, and I have text. So I can add all these things to my pictures to make it a little bit more fun and interesting to look at. So here I can choose different types of filters. For instance, this is a black and white filter. So if I click on that, my pictures should go black and white. Okay, you see it's now black and white. I can also make it psychedelic if I want to. I can come over here and make it a kind of an old picture if I need to. I could even make it, put some stars in it if I need to. So there's all kinds of things I can do with this. So you can be creative. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the original back on there. If I click on the hat, this allows me to put hats, glasses, ties, and stuff on my character. So if I want, I can come over here and put a tie on Mr. Shakespeare. And the way I do that is just simply tap the tie, and then I position it where I want it to go. And I can even resize it. If I take my fingers and squeeze it in and out and rotate it, I can put this anywhere I want. So I'm going to put his tie right there because I want him wearing a tie. Okay. I can also put in headphones, guitars, other kinds of hats, scarves, all kinds of things. I can also put in, move that down. Okay, I can also put in different types of picture frames. So if I click on the picture frame, I get all kinds of different frames. I can put a Christmas frame in there. I can put just a regular film frame if I want to, or regular wooden frame if I need to. I don't have to put any frame if I don't want to. I can also put in text. If I click on my text here, I can first of all choose what style of text I want, and since it's Shakespeare, I'm going to choose a very fancy text. And then I just simply can come in here and type in a text. So I can type in William Shakespeare. Oops. Okay, well, it's William Shakespeare. So I can put in William Shakespeare. Once I get it in here, I can then move that around and put that wherever I want. So I can label things in here also. So I can add all this stuff to my video, and then I click on next, and then I can see the whole thing. So if I click on play, I can see my whole video that I just created. Okay. Now notice over here I have a trash can where I can just say, you know what, just throw it away. I can do this again. Or I have this little icon over here in the corner, and that's a very important icon because that's where we're going to share this and put this video out onto our camera roll. So if I click on the little icon that has the arrow out, I can click on that, and notice I can share it on YouTube if I want to. I can also, if you have a YouTube account, I can email it. But what we want to do is we want to put it in photos. Okay, we're going to put that video in our camera roll, and when we do that, that means I can bring that video I created and put it anywhere else I want. So I'm going to click on photos. It's going to export it, and then once it's exported, it's going to actually be in my camera roll. Okay, which we'll see here in a minute. Once it's in the camera roll, then I can go and submit that to my teacher through Shadow Puppets. Okay, so as soon as it gets done exporting here, there we go, export's complete. So now it is in my camera roll. Okay, and then if I click on next, you'll see that it is now in my gallery. Okay, so that's how we use the ChatterPix to create the video. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so now we got to get this video we created out to our teacher. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go landscape. Okay, don't get sick. Okay, the way we do that is we're going to do that through Seesaw. So as a student, you're going to click on Class Seesaw, and it's going to open this up. Now you're going to go ahead and log in and go through go through the login process for Seesaw. So I'm going to pretend that I'm already in here and I'm a student. Now what I want to do to submit this to my teacher, I'm going to go down here to where it says camera roll. I'm going to click on my camera roll right down here at the bottom. Click on that, and sure enough, there's my video in my camera roll. So if I come over here, click on that, here's my video right down here at the bottom that I just created because I put it in my camera roll. I'm going to click on that. Now it's going to show me the preview, and so I know this is the one I want. And then what I'm going to do is right up here in the top right corner, there's a green check mark. I'm going to click that green check mark, and when I do that, there's my video. It's ready to go into Seesaw. Now down here, notice there's a T down at the bottom right here. I can, if I want, add text, so I can type in and say Mr. White. Here is my project. Here is my project. Okay. So now I can go ahead and click on this green check mark again up at the top. I click on that, and now that is going to be submitted to my teacher. And so now here's my video. It's now in my account, and it is in my teacher's account. Okay, so what we did here, again, real briefly, we went through, we found a picture in using our Safari, saved it to the camera roll, brought it into ChatterPix, created my ChatterPix video, and then from my camera roll, I went into Seesaw. Then from my camera roll, I brought in the video that I created and submitted it to my teacher. Okay, so that's the project, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll be there to help you with your project. Thank you very much.